So for those of you who don't know, a while back Nvidia GeForce posted a list of a ton of leaked games and release dates to go along with them. Now among the many games leaked on the list, there are 2 Resident Evil games on there, being the Resident Evil 4 Remake, which is leaked to come out on November 1st of this year, and there's also a game titled Resident Evil Outbreak, which likely means a remake for the Resident Evil Outbreak game. This game was leaked to come out last month. In this video, I want to discuss the legitimacy of this leak, as well as give my thoughts on when we could see the Resident Evil 4 Remake. So with that being said, let's get right into the video.
Resident Evil 4.
So the Nvidia leak was posted last September, and as time has gone by, these leaked games have continued to be announced. The most recent games being Street Fighter 6, Elden Ring, Kingdom Hearts 4, and a new Tomb Raider game. With the leaks list being right about nearly every game, could this mean that we will be getting the Resident Evil 4 Remake this year? Now I want to start off by saying that I think a November release date is totally possible, and it makes a lot of sense. With the pace Capcom has been going at, they have been releasing a new Resident Evil game every year. The Resident Evil 2 Remake came out in 2019, the Resident Evil 3 Remake launched in 2020, and Resident Evil 8 was in 2021. And with nothing being announced for quite some time now, leads me to believe that they are waiting to announce something at a big gaming event. If Capcom continues to launch one Resident Evil game every year and the Resident Evil 4 Remake is next in line, I really think we will see the Resident Evil 4 Remake at the Summer Game Fest. As many of you guys know by now, E3 was cancelled just recently, which pretty much leaves the Summer Game Fest as the only big gaming event. Now you also do have the Game Awards at the end of the year, but like I said, if Capcom plans to release one Resident Evil game every year, then they can't wait till December to announce their game. Now I also want to bring up the recently released info from Fanbyte in regards to the Resident Evil 4 Remake, which I will say is a very reliable source. They claim that the Resident Evil 4 Remake would be announced in early 2022. Summer Games Fest is early to mid 2022, so it really does line up perfectly. And I also want to mention that the Resident Evil 4 Remake has been leaked to be in development since 2018. So if that is the case, then that would have given Capcom plenty of time to develop this game. Because if we look back at the Resident Evil 2 Remake specifically, the development cycle lasted roughly 2 years for that game. And even Resident Evil 8, a mainline title from Capcom, had a development cycle of 5 years. This leak did come from Duscalm, the same leaker who was 100% right about his leaks for Resident Evil 8. Now the next thing I want to talk about is I know there's going to be people saying that GeForce hasn't been right about every leaked game. A few I can think of off the top of my head is Final Fantasy Tactics Remastered, a game which was supposed to come out back in February, the Final Fantasy IX Remake which was supposed to come out in the beginning of this month, and Resident Evil Outbreak which was supposed to come out in March. So sure, they haven't been 100% right, but you have to keep in mind things do happen. Companies do get backed up and sometimes have to push back release dates for games. So this could very well be the case for the games I just mentioned. The GeForce leak, however, has been right a majority of the time, so it is very promising that we could see the Resident Evil 4 Remake in November. Now I do want to stress the fact that everything we are going off right now is purely leaks. Nothing is set in stone, as Capcom has yet to announce this game, but there's just so many things that are pointing to the Resident Evil 4 Remake to be announced at the Summer Game Fest. The leaks from reliable sources, the quietness of Capcom, and the small little hints that Capcom has been throwing at us, like this Los Illuminados insignia shown at the PlayStation Showcase. But anyways guys, that is going to be it for this video. Make sure to let me know your own thoughts on these leaks and when do you think the Resident Evil 4 Remake could be announced. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Peace.